Welcome to the Shellonomics Podcast, presented by King Midas, your ultimate source for pure Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles entertainment. Stay tuned and dive deep into the Turtleverse with us. Catch all the action on YouTube and Twitch for non-stop Ninja Turtles adventures and retro gaming thrills.
King Mike and the heroes in a half shell.
Greetings all for another episode of Shellonomics. Here we are continuing our watch-along of the first 5 episodes of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Today we're going to be watching Enter Shredder, give you guys my feedback, some things I catch, some other fun facts I can share with you. So continuing here is the Turtles encountered the Foot Clan for the first time, and Master Splinter knows that Oroku Saki is the one behind these evil plans. So this is going to be another live watch through here, and we're going to get right into episode 2. We start off with the turtles sleeping. Raphael actually sleeps with his sai in his hand. Pretty interesting there. Man, he's the only turtle that's sleeping with his weapon too. Good thing he isn't stabbing himself when he rolls around with that. And April, for some reason, comes in and instead of saying rise and shine, she actually says Raphael and calls out Raphael first. Raphael tells her to chill out. They had a rough night, and Mikey wants to, eat. And Leonardo, being the leader, says we don't eat until we practice. So you get Mike and Leo going at it here. I thought this is pretty smart here, as Leonardo does not use his swords against his brother. He just uses almost like a wooden bow staff, like a bamboo stick. And I guess even though, sometimes you're drawn to your, the character that resembles you the most, and me not being as patient as a person as I'd like to be, I kind of like here where Michelangelo is starting to get enraged with Leo playing defensive all the time. So Mike comes charging at him, Splinter tells him, hey, don't lose your patience. Like he's still trying to take it away. Leonardo does a nice job, takes away those nunchucks, like showing the grit charged them. Now he gets Leonardo to take away his weapon, but Leo's ready for him and then smacks him right into the wall. Again, great job with the animation. You can see the shell crack hard on that brick wall, leaves an imprint. And then Raph says, I got your smoke, Michelangelo. Splinter knows that Mikey's got to learn about patience, which is funny because Mike's supposed to be the surfer mellow dude, and this one they're telling him he's got to work on his patience. So here we go to Comedic Cereal Pizza Fest. Got cornflakes, raisin bran. Now, not Cocoa Puffs, are called Choco Puffs. And then April just holds a box that says breakfast cereal. And Splinter still loves sushi. Well, that sushi doesn't look like sushi. Now, if you look in the first episode, it looks more like a sushi roll. I don't really know what Splinter's holding. That does not look like sushi to me. If anybody has seen this episode, please do comment on Spotify or YouTube. Let me know if that is actually sushi. That kind of looks like an Oreo cookie just with different colors. Unless it's sort of like, maybe it's like a mayo tuna roll or something. I can't, that doesn't look like sushi to me though. Raphael eating his pizza here, the crunch. Like he's down a whole bunch of his pizza. April wants to go find that Technodrome. Splinter chowing down that sushi and I'm loving it. Now Mikey's the only guy on the bottom. April and the other 3 turtles are up top on a pipe. April jumps down into the dirty water now. Not complaining about it. In the continuation from episode 1, they have water from the flood of the building dripping, so they're trying to find this Technodrome. Huge hole. A lot of water dripping. Oh, I never saw that before. But where Raphael says, a hot dog stand will really clean up, there's actually shadows of the turtle walking out from that cave. Again, I'm actually enjoying these watch-alongs. I hope you guys are too, because I'm finding things that I never noticed before, and I've watched this for well over 30 years. Close to 30 plus years here. So now they're trying to find the subterranean Technodrome here. And here is the scene that is used in all the ending credits. April charges up, and the turtles are right behind her. Not every episode. I take that back because when I went to CBS, they had a different one. They were like lighting on some pipelines, then you got the red sky. So Leonardo grabs April and says, we can't go anywhere. We got to tell Splinter about this. Meanwhile, Shredder's trying to be on the run here, bulldozing through stuff with some strong lasers. Like I say, just a giant golf ball. And in the original Technodrome, I believe that the eyeball was an added feature, which I think makes this a hell of a lot more attractive for kids. And even to watch this now, is that eyeball on the Technodrome always stands out. Especially if you're ever looking for the toy on eBay, the original one, you always got to make sure you got that eyeball. I can live without, as much as I like to have a completed, Technodrome, I think I still have the one as a kid that I grew up with. I still have the original box too, believe it or not. I'm not sure if it's complete anymore, but I always had to make sure I had that eyeball. Shredder getting flustered here. Ticked off to the foot soldier now. So now the punks have been taken out. The foot soldiers have been taken out. So Shredder's starting to run out of ideas here. And now you hear from Krang for the first time, who is a brand new character because in the comics they were known as Utroms. And Shredder calls Krang an idiot. It's interesting here. And he comes in all calm and collective. Krang gets Shredder irritated when he calls him Saki. And now Krang says that you kind of always wish that there was a behind-the-scenes episode as how Krang and Shredder actually met each other, you know? I think that would have actually been a cool thing. They're just showing this is the meeting here. And Krang just wants a body. The body got banished, which we'll learn later in the other episodes. But Shredder, I guess, has not had his integrity because he promised Krang a body. And now Shredder's like, we got to put a hold on next. We got to take out this Splinter and or Yoshi and the Turtles. Krang's telling him if he can get that body, he'll be in a lot better shape to take on the Turtles. Shredder doesn't trust Krang, but Krang's saying, hey, if I help you take out the Turtles, then will I gain your trust? And Shredder, being the cunning man he is, says, maybe. And now he wants how to kill the Turtles. And Krang gives him an idea like, hey, you tried killing them with the mutagen, so they actually gained powers, so why not mutate your own people? And he's asking them to do like a more ferocious animal. So now they're going to the zoo and he's going to find Killer. And I love James Avery as Shredder's voice. Perfect spot for him. And now they told Splinter what's up. Yep, Splinter knows what's up. Now he wants to join the Turtles, which is pretty cool when your sensei comes with you. Then you know it's bad news if your sensei has to go fight with you. He's a ninja of the first rank. Something they really don't mention in the other episodes, as he gets really played down a lot in the later seasons. So April went up top. Turtles and Splinter are going down. Good animation here as they're running. See the arms, names on the belt buckles, big. And those smiles are okay, because they're happy Splinter's around. I got a guy with his dog at the zoo apparently. And here are the debuts of what are known as in the video games as Roadkill Rodney. Now what's sad here is these guys had such an awesome debut and a cool impact. Now they were in a couple video games, but they never were in any more episodes. It was a little depressing for me, because I thought these guys would have been cool to see again. This must just be like a design from Toei Animation themselves. And now they freed Bebop, the Warthog. And now they're going for Rhino, which is Rocksteady, the rhinoceros. And Roadkill Rodney first captures Rocksteady. You know, they're trying to get to Bebop. They can't get to him yet. Finally get him. Now they pull in Bebop with ease, and Rocksteady is the one they can't get in. So yeah, it's cool to show this animation that the animals are putting up a fight, or at least trying to. And this guy says, sorry, have a pleasant day, and does like a tip of the cap to the old man with his dog. I thought that was kind of hilarious. He's cutting swords. Comes Mikey doing a Tarzan impersonation here. Splinter using his, gifts to sniff him out. Pulls a reference to Shea Stadium in these episodes here for New Yorkers. And now Splinter tells them to go our separate ways. Splinter's going to burrow through it. And he wants the Turtles to go a different way. Shredder wants volunteers. Says there's no dice. Shredder wants two of the punks to help him out. And the punks. Now he's trying to get them motivated. Now he's telling them, hey, Turtles kicked your ass and humiliated you, so now they're all ready to go. And he only wants two of them. Imagine how much cooler it would have been if he actually did four of them. Now you'll see in later episodes that he does mutate another one of the punks, but it would have actually been a little bit cooler, in my opinion, if they actually had four mutants. So it could have been, 4 on 4 instead of 2 on 4 all the time with these encounters that the Turtles have with Bebop and Rocksteady for about 10 seasons. Now, Bebop and Rocksteady are kind of tied. Shredder comes in a lab coat. Yeah, for me personally, these episodes are always more enjoyable to watch late at night. It's just because that's kind of the edgy feel you get with these. Here come the Roadkill Rodneys with the animals. They're confused about what's going on here. And then Shredder gives a nice little joke here. This will give you a lot of powers. Of course, you may have a little trouble getting a date on Saturday night. Oh, it's like that little joke there too. But they may struggle with dates anyways, being incompetent. And punks. So here we go, they're climbing up. And he says every tunnel leads somewhere. Raph goes, you picked a heck of a time to become a philosopher. And then I guess in case it was a Wizard of Oz joke, Raphael says we're not in Kansas anymore, but he says Uncle Toto. They don't know how to cross the street. Everybody's freaking out. Turtles are running around all over the place, planning to get hit by a car. And show they're out of breath. But they see a new pizza place. They're on their way over there. And then they see April's news network as well. April doesn't even get fired because they're desperate for a reporter, I guess. And now Burns telling her to go to the robbery at the zoo. And April's not up for it. These are I always like these costumes here. What's really cool is NECA, another toy company, actually made these turtles in like these punk disguises. Now, the toys we grew up with from Playmates had the punk rocker turtles, where Donatello had a mohawk. Rappin' Mike was always cool, but I always thought these ones were cool, like their little coats and sunglasses here. So, Raph's got the boombox, They're in disguise. April says, wow, you guys look like, total tools. Mikey's got a big happy smile. They're laughing hysterically at April with the news that a rhino and warthog were stolen. And here's the word that, again, this is why I like this turtle show, is they had some words that I've never heard anywhere else. So Mikey says, robots, come on, let's boogaloo. Splinter pushed him through, finally sees the Technodrome, and it's a roadkill Rodney who comes right after him. With a very long reach on that rope, which is incredible. Couldn't hang with him, so Splinter is captured. And now the turtles are taking a leap of faith, well, actually a drop of faith, so they crash down on the bottom. Tello upset about Splinter being gone. And here comes Shredder calling the turtle saying, yep, Splinter's in trouble. If you want to see him, come on in. Here they go. And now we get the Turtles version of the Hunger Games. April on the phone trying to get a camera crew, and they're not giving her one. Turtles look confused. So now they've already beaten the punks and the foot soldiers, and now here we go. Here's a trap for the turtles. And now this is, was this in Star Wars, this spot here, like where the walls were kind of caving in? I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I think this was in one of the movies, but they say there's no way out. There's a little calculator thing here, and Donnie says it's going to take hours, and I always like Raphael's line, try 15 seconds, chum. Slices it open for him. So once again, it's there's got to be somebody who's a diehard turtle fan, and if anybody has, do comment just below on either Spotify, YouTube, or one of my other social platforms. We also are on Twitter and or X and Threads. Has anybody ever counted how many times Donatello has saved the turtles? If we actually, I mean, I don't think I'm going to watch all these episodes with you, but if I did, I guess I could keep a note card aside. And I would say that's the first of many that Donatello gets him out of a jam. Because without Donnie, the other three turtles I don't think would have been able to crack that code like Donatello just did. So that's one for Donnie. Here come the roadkill Rodneys and Raphael. Nice action scene right here. Dodges the ropes, does like a cannonball fly. This lights out, smashes them with the size, and then they kick the roadkill Rodneys away. Donatello takes out the sai from him too. Great, and just good detail. Now they come fighting these crazy robots. Once again, you can't really do this to humans, but robots, knock yourself out with the weapons. There's Leonardo being a good leader, telling them what to do, and giving directions on which way to go and which way to fight. Mikey asks him, Leo tells him which way to go, and then he does this nice little battle cry, attack! Here we go. There's that bone-chilling music. Raph slices and dices his way through some, little saws. Mikey gets caught off the bat. Donnie flying high through the air, dodging some laser shots. Awesome work right there. I hope you guys check these episodes out one day. I believe they are on YouTube for free, and they might even be on the Paramount website. I know there's DVD releases. I don't know how you can do a Blu-ray episodes of these. That would be cool to get better, animation for them. So Donnie comes in, pokes the camera hole with his bow staff, flips this thing over like a turtle shell, and then yells out, "Turtles fight with honor." The first time you hear that one, as you hear that a lot in other episodes. Here comes Leo, slicing and dicing his way through another machine. Mikey yells out, "Get funky." So good with his chucks in these early episodes, man. This is why I was so drawn to Mike. He's got that gritty look in his face as he takes this one guy down, dodges the other, dodges another, roadkill Rodney. Now they come back up and say we must stop them, but you never see them again. Kind of sad that, again, I always liked the roadkill Rodneys. I wish they would have been around for a couple more episodes. They were comical, pretty skilled too. I mean, they did kidnap Splinter. Here comes Mikey taking out robot number 2. Busting through again with his chucks. Oh man, just look how he's grabbing with his one hand, slicing and dicing. Here comes Raph taking like a pterodactyl looking like robot. Donnie dodging another one. He still have a couple more to go. I love how Mikey just does overkill here. He's beating somebody up with his chuck. I'm not sure why. They're trying to smash him. 2 of them left. And now it's Mikey's turn to shine here. Using his athletic skills here, distracting one of them with the laser. Rolls out of it. Other one smashes it. That is a really cool spot, but Raphael says we, redecorated the place nicely. And at least Leonardo, I want to say, might have a little different color green shade right here in this spot. Donatello grabs a little thing like, hey, this might come in handy. Like, let's go. A little gadget. Now they're running away. Here comes a big, Lincoln log full of spikes. And I was like, no problem, I got you covered. So now Leonardo's the one who actually throws the shuriken here, the throwing star. But this technically could be number 2 that Donatello saves the bunch. I'm going to give that as number 2 as Donatello bails the turtles out. They get through, they make it. They see Splinter tied up top. Something similar in Turtles arcade game. Mikey, just again, good artwork here. you just don't get this in the other episodes. So again, if you guys do that, I really want you to let these sink in. So Mikey puts his hands on his head like, oh my God, Splinter's in trouble. And then when you hear Shredder talk, you just see all the turtles just look so pissed, almost like a Stone Cold Steve Austin with McMahon right there. Here comes Shredder, saying you passed your test with flying colors. And they want to know what test, what are you talking about? And now Shredder's going to introduce himself. And Raphael goes, the kitchen utensil? It's the Shredder. And he wants him to join the Foot Clan because he knows they're good. He'd rather have him join him. And now he's going to share his origin story. And if not for him, Yoshi would have never left. Explains that he followed him. And he tells them that he caused them to mutate into human form. Don't deny your destiny. Join me. Another great line. And then saying go suck a you know what. Raph has to tell him to suck a lemon. Sure would have been something else, but this is a kid show. So Shredder says, fine. I've got two mutants. Here come Bebop and Rocksteady. Now it's interesting here because in a lot of the episodes, Rocksteady has a helmet on, and in his debut, he actually did not have the helmet. In the beginning part, at least. So they come charging. They just say jump for it. Dink. They pay tribute to this in the arcade where they run into each other. Donatello goes, the mutation didn't update their IQs any. It sounded like a bowling pin when they knocked each other out. But they didn't hit Splinter yet. They didn't free him. Got some nice action here. Raph blocks a sword. Mike chucks somebody in the back with a sword. Raph punch. Leo dropkick. More sound effects. Shredder's starting to freak out. Leaves the arena. Leo jumps high like a Mario brother. Brings Splinter down. And now instead of finishing Shredder, they're getting out of there. They know they're outnumbered. But their objective was to get in the Technodrome. Here comes April storming down, breaking speed limits. Mike and Leo come up with the manhole covers on top of their head. Good balance. Leo jinxing it, saying it was too easy to get away. Here comes Rocksteady and Bebop. Rock with the helmet. Does anybody know why they got rid of the helmet on Rocksteady? I know a couple of figures, like a Loyal Subjects toy and a couple others, did keep the helmet with them, but I always just thought he was so much cooler looking with that helmet. That's why when I got, I've always like, I don't know, you guys go ahead and comment down below if you like Bebop and Rocksteady the same or if you like one of them better. I always thought Bebop was cool with the mohawk and sunglasses, and Barry Gordon did a good job with Bebop. I always thought he was still kind of hip, even though he was kind of a dingling. But Rocksteady, if he kept his helmet, he may have been my better guy for me. And now they're shooting some lasers, and for some reason they can block it with a manhole cover. Then they throw them like frisbees. They both Rock and Bebop jump up. Then it's Don and Raph who come in with some drop kicks. And then just a whole bunch of Raphael here for some reason with the animation. You're going to see Raphael come in. Well, it's Leo with a sword first. Then it turns into Raphael. So it's supposed to be Leo with the sword. Then he gets a drop kick. And then Raphael comes in again with his sai. Plugs it into the gun, almost like how Bugs Bunny would put his finger into the hole for Elmer Fudd's gun. And Raph already knows that these guys are just too big of obnoxious oafs with their mutant powers that we're just not going to slow them down. So then Donatello goes off what Mikey says. They belong in the zoo. So they go to a zoo spot. Rocksteady can't find them. They say the party's over here. So they're all waving, having a good time. Rocksteady and Bebop think they have them. Yeah, I love the shading on the green for these guys. They run out. Leo shuts the door. I guess you call them prison bars, even though it's for a jail, the zoo. Now they're both behind bars. And the turtles are laughing at them. And their IQ is not that smart. Here comes April storming down. And now what happens is Bebop and Rocksteady are exploited. As April shows them. Rocksteady wants to keep fighting them. April's like, my goodness. Rock talking trash saying a little bimbo, make you eat that camera. They're trying to bite their way through the bars. April says, don't go anywhere. And it leaves you a nice little cliffhanger here because Roadkill Rodney, this is the last time we do see Roadkill Rodney. I was mistaken. He comes back one more time to free Bebop and Rocksteady here. That might just be a replay of previous footage where he uses his laser to trim out those jail cell bars. Grabs them both and says the Shredder wants to have a little talk with you both. He pulls them down underground. And that's the end of the episode, guys. So if you guys enjoyed this watch along, go ahead and comment down below, like and subscribe. And we'll see you back for episode 3 of this awesome, legendary mini-series of the first 5 episodes of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Ta-ta.
King Mike and the heroes in a half shell.
Thanks for listening to Shellonomics. Follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the video version. Stay tuned for more Ninja Turtles insights.